Beautiful chicken legs.
Yes. I have chicken legs.
Okay. Oi. Oi.
Actually.
Oi. Finally. Whew. What a few couple of weeks.
Yep. You ready?
I was born already.
1,
2.
3. 1,
1, 2,
3.
1, 2,
3.
3. Oh,
We got it.
On the third one.
Yes, third one.
Finally.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well,
we're back.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We're back.
Thank you for tuning in. Did you tune in on your YouTube tune in? Thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah. You'd understand if you watch his channel, which we'll link down below.
Oh, come on. I mean,
but
people are still tuning in.
But the point is,
yes,
we're back.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. What? Did I miss anything?
Yes. Anyway.
What did I miss? Okay.
Anyway, so Dennis, he's been hitting the hot toddies quite a bit.
I'm getting better. I'm getting much better. I'm almost there.
I'm also concerned about his, alcohol intake from James's gin. It can't be all that. James's gin can't be good for you. So we decided to go a little different today. So we went and got a local wine actually.
Ugh.
Or no, sorry, this is not a local wine, is it?
Well, it says
California.
It says California.
2023.
Yes.
STC Productions, and it says licensed to chill.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Where's this from?
Yeah,
Mendocino.
I have no idea how good or bad this is going to be.
It's vegan friendly.
This is not a good sign.
Why would wine not be vegan friendly?
What makes it so special?
I don't know.
To make it vegan specific friendly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Anyway. Let's get a taste of it.
Yeah, let's see if we can open a bottle of wine.
Well, I mean, it's been a while since we opened the bottles of wine.
That is true.
Yeah. Most of your wines.
Although I have to say, it's real cork.
A shot.
It's not a plastic cork.
Okay. That's like 10 cents part.
Oh, so we're going with the steel wine glasses?
Yeah, yes, okay. We are.
All right.
Don't you want to sip?
Oh, no.
You just want to gobble it up?
We're just going all in for it.
Okay. Well, that can be dangerous. This is unknown wine from an unknown source. From an unknown vendor with a very suspicious... No. With a very suspicious label. With the okay to chill? No, license. Yeah. License to chill.
I know we went with the steel glasses, and the reason we have the steel glasses is
because
we need the sippy cups because Dennis spills.
Dennis doesn't spill. We need a sippy cup so that in the break we substitute the wine for something else, for something this particular wine for something better. Okay. And I do have a backup plan. Okay. Smells like...
Actually, it's a red mix. It's chilled. It's not a rosé though. It's more like it's kind of like a cold cab.
It's sour.
Yeah, whatever.
No,
it's almost like a raspberry wine.
No, I protest. No, I'm sorry, but no.
No, you have to drink it now.
This is crappy. This is not a good wine. I'd rather drink the garlic wine.
All right. Anyway, hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We need to fix that really quick. Back to usual programming.
I didn't grab a lemon, so you're out of lemon.
I'm out of lemon, but I'm also not drinking that. Instead, as always, how could I miss a week without presenting the James's Gin Marvel? And today, this is going to be Asian parsnip, which is also engineered in Wiltshire. You see, it's engineered.
You know, James is retiring.
James is not retired.
Yes, he is.
He could be retired.
I'm telling you, he's going to be retiring.
Because?
Because he lost the bet.
He didn't lose the bet.
He did lose the bet.
He didn't announce.
The AI version was better than his normal dribble.
Okay, so to our viewers who...
In fact, it even sounded like his normal dribble.
So, to our viewers who are not following the James's Planet of Gin channel, James went on a limb and they made a video completely generated by AI. And by generated, the script was generated, the shooting scene list was generated. So it told them what to say, how to shoot, where to shoot, what is the B-roll is going to look like, the entire shebang.
The only thing that wasn't generated was James.
Yes, he was reading the script.
He was animated, but he wasn't generated. There's a difference.
Okay. So he was reading the script, and the bet was if the video is going to get more likes or more views than his previous videos.
The comments were more positive for the AI video than his regular videos.
Then he's going to retire.
And that includes from the gin, apparently. So I'm all for him retiring.
I don't want him to retire. I don't want the gin production to stop. This is really good. It's expensive.
That's fine. Then he'll just join Drive Tribe.
It's expensive. It's not cheap, but it is a good. It's much better than this okay to chill stuff.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, I don't see him retiring just because of one video. I think he's gonna, get over it. The video, the end result was actually not bad.
It was good.
It was not bad. I'm actually thinking of using the same workflow in my videos now.
Honestly, it obviously they used his previous videos to train it because it made comments like he would make comments and in the way he would make comments. Now, he kept going through the video and saying, I would never say that. And we're like, yeah, you would. Every time he said it.
No. He was saying, I would never say that.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh,
I would never say that. James and all the grumpy old English
grumpy James.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But and I mean, some of the shots were really contrived and stuff, but at the same time, and some of the things that he did were not things that were of interest to him, but he didn't ask it to do a video of interests of his for the area. I think it was Miami.
Miami vlog.
Vlog, yeah. And but he asked it to specifically pick out cultural sites, and so it did. And so there was art stuff in there that he's just not interested.
Okay.
He'd rather be drinking a beer.
No, he'd rather be drinking his own gin. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, so I want to talk today first about licensing.
Well, before we do that,
yes,
let's destroy our licensing.
Okay.
Risk check.
Oh yeah, risk check. Absolutely. Risk check. So this week, what are we having?
So what do you have?
I have a blue dial gold watch with the picture of the Mickey Mouse and with the... Oh, not just the picture. The Mickey Mouse is on the dial. It's a Mickey Mouse watch.
It's a 50th anniversary Disney watch with Mickey as a band leader on it.
Huh.
Yeah. it's a nice little watch.
So this is like from the 80s.
Yeah, I think so.
Like 80s. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And it had a bad band, so I put a new band on it.
Brand
and
new.
It's got a in gold Mickey Mouse ear shadow on it.
Yes, yes, it
with
does.
like I said, a cartoon character on the side of Mickey as a band leader. Really kind of nice. It doesn't have a second hand in it. But it does, it does do the hours and minutes. So.
Hours and minutes here, yes. And this watch did clean up really, really well. I mean, it looks almost brand new.
Yeah.
Even the housing, I don't see any scratches with my.
Yeah, it's in really good shape.
Awesome.
And it really just needed a light cleaning and a good battery.
And what are you
Speaking of new stuff, this watch is This watch is not worn. I swear. It had the plastic on the glass. It is a Beverly Hills Polo Club, not a polo watch, but a Beverly Hills Polo Club. Beverly Hills Polo Club apparently is a brand, and they've got quite a few watches out. This is a nice large size tank watch. I can't remember the exact size, but it's a large dimension on it. It's got silver bar numbers, and it's a silver hands. It's nice black with black leather on it, and it's very elegant. You could, wear it casual, but you could also wear it formal. And I love this watch. It's really nice, actually.
Yeah,
it's very light.
I suppose they make these for the club members.
No, it's a shop or something, or a fashion company or something like that.
They're not a sub brand.
Yeah, like a sub. As a kid, we used to go to Camp Beverly Hills in when we were when we lived in LA, and we all wore Camp Beverly Hills sweatshirts. And I remember going to Europe when we were kids to visit Europe, and all the pictures were wearing Camp Beverly Hills sweatshirts. 3 kids. It was hilarious.
Well, it's a popular place.
And even Dad was wearing his.
It used to be a popular place.
It was a fashion store, in Beverly Hills. I wonder if they're still there. I have to look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. Haven't been to LA in a long, long time. Okay.
Well, I didn't say I would go there. So licensing?
Yes.
What are we licensing? What?
Licensing anything. Okay. So I have a major gripe with the licensing issues that the people keep running into, and in different areas. In the high-tech area, in the car area, car video production area, in the music area, this is getting ridiculous. Okay? This morning I showed you the video of the Rick Beato and his struggle with the Universal Music label, which continuously bombard his channel with the copyright strikes.
Even though everything he does is fair use.
When he talks to people who wrote, produced, and sang the music, he's doing interviews. He's promoting the product for the label. And the label comes back with the copyright strike.
Well,
not one. Multiples.
Yeah, and they're all like within a minute of each other, which means they're running a bot to do this.
They're running an automation to do that.
They're frivolous. They're frivolous copyright strikes. There should be some sort of a mechanism that says if you file a frivolous copyright strike or multiple frivolous copyright strikes, you should either inherit the copyright strike or get fined for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, on top of everything that's going on, including any legal fees that the other party has to use or submit or incur in order to fight that copyright. I think it should be done just like the courts. Make it a deterrent.
Yeah, yes, and especially on the channels like Rick's channel, which is more than 5 million subscribers, 8-9 years of work, over 2,000 videos, high quality videos, interviews with interesting people, with some of which are no longer here. So this is almost like a historical heritage, and Because of these copyright strikes, you get 3, and your channel can be taken down by YouTube. So,
Well, this goes to Steve's channel with Gamers Nexus.
well, even before,
I mean, but that's
let's get to Steve's story. But I mean, like, even like on our channels, right? We have the intros, we have like a music component to it, the background music and track. And I've been saying from the day one is that we only gonna be using our own music, the music that we own the rights outright, and we're not doing the subscription platforms. We're not doing the free YouTube library, because
well,
anyone can change their mind at any moment, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, we did use the YouTube library once.
Well, I mean, those special effects and the noises, and it's another thing.
Well,
yes,
but anyway,
but Gamers Nexus is the next one.
Yeah,
he's got over 3 hours of documentary that he spent more than mid 6 figures on producing and creating that 3-hour documentary about the GPU fraud, and about how GPUs are getting banned. GPUs are getting into China and are being used for AI work and AI modeling. And that video got taken down because of a copyright strike.
Well, it was 45 seconds of a Donald Trump speech that he just grabbed the clip from Bloomberg, which, is a media site, and their
reputable source.
The reputable source, and their media should be licensable for fair use by anybody if they're making commentary or using it as an example and stuff. And his is clearly fair use.
Yes.
And he has to go fight this with lawyers because Bloomberg is a big bully.
And so his video got taken down. It is still not up. It's going to be up maybe next week, in a couple of weeks. Maybe it will be back.
But he still has to fight it with lawyers. And
yes,
he even called the Bloomberg lawyers, and they told him to get stuffed.
Yeah.
And it was like, really? I mean, even the news isn't free anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And Bloomberg's behind. It used to be a good news company, and then they stuck everything behind paywalls, and they apparently get sponsored by governments and things like that to bury stories and things and other things, which have been reported by numerous other news organizations, which are also behind paywalls.
Yeah. They probably just didn't like that their clip was used in this particular documentary, but it's available out there on YouTube. You put it out there for people to watch, to comment on, to share. What's the big deal? So, like in Rick's Beato case, Steve has to hire a full-time lawyer that actually will be occupied just doing those kind of cases.
Well, yeah, and and then on top of that, we have software for cars and other things that are this whole subscription model for software is starting to get a little ridiculous in certain ways. It's nice that you get continuous updates, but paying yearly to use a piece of software is also costly and taxing. And I like buying a piece of software once. Paying for it for a perpetual license.
Owning it.
I mean, DaVinci.
Yes.
Is that way.
It's a great. It's a great example. Ubiquity hardware is that way.
Well,
you buy the hardware, the license is built in. It's lifetime license. That's it.
Well, there are some companies that did offer that sort of a license and then revoked it.
Yes.
Into a subscription model, and then all the people that had lifetime licenses got screwed.
Yeah, but how many have you kept track of? How many subscriptions do you have? How much money do you pay at the end?
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just getting more and more ridiculous. I will not be surprised if in a year or two we will be, facing the licensing bridges or what are they called? The copyright strikes when we show a specific type of car in the shot. Hint, hint, Ferrari. You know?
Oh, you can't say that name.
Ferrari.
I have to bleep it out twice now.
Ferrari.
3 times. Anyway.
Yeah. Is that where we going to? I mean, like, this is what's going to happen?
Probably.
I hope not. I really hope not.
To me, it's free advertising for these companies. I mean, the fact that they used a Bloomberg clip in this documentary that's going to be seen by millions, because that's Steve's channel is millions of viewers.
Yep.
I mean, it only helps them, make them want to go to the Bloomberg site and look at some of their articles.
Plus, it highlights all of those gaps that exist in this entire GPU war. Like when the DeepSeek got released, the stock market crashed because everyone went on assumption that China does not have the high-end GPUs, and at first couple of days, stock market is crashing, and then a week later, now we know they're using the high-end GPUs. Well, Steve's work helps to kind of to educate us, to tell us what is actually happening and going on.
Yeah, and nobody's following the rules.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is interesting because the revenue for NVIDIA this quarter was like up 59%.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yes, AI is a big subject. We should come back to the AI in terms of local models on the cars, what AIs can do on their own without connected, cars to internet.
They can crash cars.
They can do lots of things. This is going to be an interesting, but this is going to be probably one of our later videos.
Okay, so let's get on to our personal licensing issue here.
Which is what?
Well, I seem to recall that you had purchased a license for a product called TopDon to do some key programming, which it's supposed to have. You went and checked on their site and everything.
Yes.
To program a 2006 Volkswagen Key. Okay,
so I'll step back a little bit to you, the new viewers, if you're just tuning in.
Would you stop doing that? Nobody does that.
I bought a VW Beetle 2006 from Danny about a month ago, and I broke one of the keys. Specifically, I broke the RFID for the immobilizer when trying to remove the shell and update the look of the key.
Excuse me. Immobilizer?
Immobilizer.
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 Immobilizer. So
it's an immobilizer.
So yes, I broke one of the keys. So no big deal. No big deal. I ordered the RFID, code 48, the usual RFID, put it into the key, and now I need to program it into the immobilizer of the car. And to do that, I'm going through this adventure of discovering the complexity of the process. And in 2006 VW Beetle convertible can have a Gen 2 or Gen 3 or Gen 4 or Gen 4 with adaptation immobilizer versions, any of them. It's one of those borderline year models where they've used everything, and
they used up old inventory of immobilizers to get the cars out.
Yes, and the instrument cluster is done by Magneti Marelli, which is Italian manufacturer, and it's Italian chip, Magneti Marelli, that is in there. And this is where all the difficulty comes in. TopDon is the scanner that connects to the car, to the OBD, and supposedly it reads VW. I've read it, it looked fine. And then to program the keys and update the immobilizer data, it has another box, which is called the TopDon Ninja T-Box. Okay, $500. I got it, and it doesn't work. I go through all of the immobilizer versions. I can read the thing. I can see how many keys are programmed into the car. I cannot update or change any of that. I cannot really read EEPROM data to make these changes, and I am pissed again. So I went on Alibaba, not even AliExpress, and I bought the cheapest OBD cable that is supposedly maybe gonna be compatible with the one of the VW VAG group softwares, maybe. But
VCDS?
maybe even VCDS. However, I'm sitting here even more pissed because you didn't know this, but all of this time, this guy had the exact programmer that would program VW key into the VW car right here.
You know, it helps if before you go off and spend $500 and buy something, you could have asked if I had something that would work.
I told you I broke the key.
Yeah, I thought you were going to spend the $100 at the dealer and just get it programmed rather than doing it yourself.
It's a $300 at the dealer, and the box is $500. I mean, the math is clear.
Okay.
You buy the box.
All right.
Anyway.
But yeah, I had this sitting in my garage.
He never opened, probably never used.
I used it once.
Okay.
So this has got a 3-VIN license on it, so you can use it for 3 different VINs.
Okay. Yeah.
But honestly, if all you're working on is Volkswagen Audi stuff, the VCDS, it was like $600 or so for the dongle, and an infinite license for VW Audi VINs. I was like, that's actually not a bad buy, considering it's a lifetime license on it. It's not.
Yeah.
You're not paying for updates. You're not paying for all the other junk. You just get that.
Yeah. So I figure that the top down is good with the Japanese cars, but not with the German cars, in particular. Not with the VAG group.
It may depend on the
VW.
immobilizer that you're using.
Yes, I even tried. So for my Porsche, I have a computer, which is a Porsche specific computer.
It's a Volkswagen.
Yeah, I tried it. No, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Oh, are you adding more headache? Oh no! Look at the bottom. Look at the.
Oh, it's got stuff in the bottom.
So you adding more headache to your glass?
You know, this says red.
It's more like pink.
Ingredients: original grown grapes, organically grown grapes. Original organically grown grapes. And what other kind of grapes are there? They're artificial grapes?
Yeah, maybe chemical grapes. I don't know, but I mean this. So maybe you can shoot this later. But there is a sedative.
A lot of sedative sediment.
Sediment on the bottom of this bottle, and this I find. I always found this to be an issue with the so-called marketed organic wines. They're supposedly using less sulfite. No, they're not using a lot of sulfites. So, and those prevent it from doing stuff like that. So,
but the sulfites are in the skin.
Well, no, they also add the chemicals, in the fermentation process.
Yeah.
So, anyway. I was right. And when I'm right, I'm right.
Not very often, but right.
If 70%,
anyway,
80% of the time.
Yeah. So anyway, so he's gonna go try that and see if that works.
Can I? Do you have the permission?
You have the permission to try it.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, where else? So
let's talk about our car updates.
Okay.
Your car updates.
Well, so I got my sister's car in. We
actually Audi A3.
Audi A3.
There is the clip.
TFSI 2.0.
There is the clip. There is the clip of the car.
The clip. Anyway, got the car in, got most of the parts in. The rotors didn't come in for like 3 days.
Okay, let's step back. So that was a repossessed car.
We think it's repossessed. But yeah.
2018, 17, 19. 2019 A3. Okay, When I was sitting down on the driver's seat, okay, I bumped my head against the A-pillar. It's an uncomfortable car with the fake leather seats in them, and the whole front end and soon to be back end is torn apart. Why?
I'm replacing the struts in the front and the rear,
The,
and the
the
brakes,
struts
and the brake pads.
and the brake rotors and the brake pads and whatever else is going to be broken.
Well, the headlights.
Oh, and the headlights.
Well, sorry, the headlight bulbs, not the headlights themselves, but the bulbs.
Okay, okay.
So, well, the headlight bulbs are done. So they, my brother-in-law thought that it was the body control module that was having a fault because all the other lights were working except for the headlights. And I went and I said, well, let's go look. So I pulled the headlights out, and they're xenon bulbs. And one bulb was popped, the other one was popped, and then the glass was broken. So I'm like, these lights are shot.
Okay, how in the world of lighting do you burn out the lights in 5 years like that?
Well, xenons don't last 5 years. They last like 2 years.
They last on my cars.
No, not the xenon.
Yeah.
No, xenon bulbs are designed to burn out after like a year or two.
Ugh.
I had them on my Prius, and they lasted like every year or two. I was getting new bulbs,
Okay.
and they were expensive as heck. The halogen lights work great. It's the xenon ones that just don't last.
LED matrix lights.
You could swap out LEDs into this.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that.
Then you have to do the CAN bus and all that sort of junk. Anyway, so we went online to look for light bulbs, and OEMs are $2.99 a bulb.
A bulb.
A bulb.
A bulb. And how many bulbs do you need for one light?
2, because they're both high and low beam.
Okay. So you need 4 total.
No. They're 2 bulbs.
Yes.
Each bulb does high and low beam.
Okay.
So it's one bulb. It's a dual.
So it's a $400 just to replace the bulbs on a car.
No, it's $600.
It's a $600.
Yes.
Plus tax.
Plus tax.
$700.
Yes.
Is it $700 to replace 2 bulbs?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do?
We went to Amazon.
And?
We found some aftermarket bulbs, and they had a coupon, and they were $39 a piece.
From China.
Hey, I don't care. It's $39. For $39, you can replace the bulbs, what, 5 or 6 times? At least, actually, probably 7 or 8 times.
Yeah, you'll have to pull the front wheels out, the wheel well covers, and then you maybe will get access to replace the bulbs.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain to do.
This is the common theme.
It's a pain to do that.
That I'm finding with the VW. I mean, I haven't had the VW in my family for over 20 years, and now I understand why.
Well, you have to understand the headlights on the Beetle actually just pop out like the Porsche lights.
Yeah.
So they're very easy to do.
Yes.
The GTI, they're easy to access on the GTI, although they are kind of fixed in there. The Audi ones, they're similar to the GTI because it's the same body frame and all that sort of stuff, except the way they built the bumper, you have to pull the whole bumper off, front cowl off, in order to get the lights out. Which is a pain, but they did make an access in the back, and you can do it by removing the wheel liner to get to it. It's still a tight fit to get there, and it's a pain. And the system that they used on this model of the A3 to lock them into place is a pain, and I'm not sure if they're locked in there properly, but we'll see.
Okay. Well,
anyway,
tell me more about the struts, and what did you see when you removed the struts?
They're leaking a little, and they're used a little. The struts aren't too bad, but they are needed to be replaced.
What about the arms?
The arms are actually in good condition.
Okay.
Everything, all the bushings, the sway bar bushings could be replaced, but they've got a little bit more life in them. The ball joints are all good.
And what is the mileage?
The tie rods for the sway bar get replaced in the kit that comes with it.
Yeah.
But they're in good shape.
But what is the mileage on the car?
Like 24,000 miles.
24,000 miles, 5 years, and the struts shot?
Well, okay, so The thing that got me was I looked at the rotors for the front wheels. Now, my brother-in-law had this checked, and they said that the pads were down to 10%. And I'm like, in 25,000 miles,
That's
the
not good.
pads are down to 10% on the front. The rears are like 90, but the front, and I'm like, I looked at the rotors, and the rotors have been so cooked that there's wave lines all down the rotor, and there's this giant lip there, and I'm like, they abused this car as far as braking.
Do you think they tracked it? Or this is just a regular bumper-to-bumper daily commute?
It's, Bay Area, it could be daily bumper to bumper commute
Uh-huh.
on the OEM pads and rotors. We decided to go with the EBC pads and rotors. We're going with the red pads, and it's a much better pad. The rotors are heavy.
And expensive.
Yeah.
So what does the set cost you? So the
I
set
think
of
it was.
rotors and the pads for Audi A3.
I think it was like $500 or $600 from FCP Euro.
You told me 8.
No. It was like 800 for the struts, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so five is okay. $500
Yeah.
for
I mean,
for brake set is okay.
I mean, the rear rotors are 38 pounds for the two of them.
That's heavy.
It is heavy.
That's heavy. And this is a small car.
Yeah, it is.
This
I mean,
is not a big car at all.
I mean, you can tell that the rotors that they're putting in there with the EBC are much better.
No, yeah, oh yeah.
Much better than stock ones.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
probably one of the best upgrades that you can do to your car, even brand new from the factory, is to change the OEM tires, and upgrade the brakes. Just rotors and pads, nothing else. Just upgrade the pads, upgrade the rotors. You'll have completely different driving experience. Tires and brakes.
Well, you may not need to upgrade the rotors on a new car, but
Yes.
I would definitely upgrade the pads. And they're not that expensive. You go to like the EBC, you go to the yellow or red or something, or just even a high performance ceramic pad that's got low dust and everything.
So the parts are actually not expensive, but the labor, that's the caveat, right? I mean, like 99%, 95% of our viewers will not do this themselves.
Well, okay, so the Audi has an e-brake, and in order to take the rear rotors off, you have to set the e-brake into maintenance mode.
So you have to have a computer.
You have to have a scanner that can do that setting.
Yes. Which is why in the first place I got the top down after trying many other ones for my Subaru, because only top down could do this correctly.
Yeah.
So you have to actually find either an expensive Autel or something like a top down, but it's not. Both of these are not guaranteed to work.
The two best inexpensive scanners that I found are the Top Don and the Think Diag. And the Think Diag's like a mini Autel in an ODB2 dongle, and their software is really good. They've got decent rates as far as updates and all that sort of stuff. It's 3 years between updates, and they've got two models. They've got a cheaper model and a more expensive one. The more expensive one does more features and more functions, and it's almost equivalent to my Autel in certain ways.
Yeah.
The Autel's really a lot better for a shop, but
it's also a lot more expensive.
Yeah, although I have to say that the Autel, for what I paid for it, the 5 years of use that I've gotten out of it, I have easily recovered that cost. And the functions and the capabilities. I mean, I've been able to program modules and things like that. When I replaced the ABS brake computer in my truck, I had to set that to the VIN, and if I take it to the dealership, it's $150 to $200. And the Autel did it in like 2 minutes. I was like, and I haven't run an update in a couple of years on it either. So, and it had that functionality there. I was like, this is great. So anyway, getting back to the Audi, I think that definitely, like I said, the Audi and the GTI and the Jetta are all pretty much the same platform.
It's
actually, the same. I mean, the bodies are different, seating's different, that sort of stuff. But
Underlying platform electronics is very similar.
the subframes, the electronics, all that sort
Yeah.
of junk is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right word, junk.
It's not junk. Okay, so all the components are the same.
Parts.
Designed, implemented, that sort of thing. I think it's a good platform. I think that the GTI has better brakes on it by default.
Yeah, of course, yes.
And even the Jetta does. But the Audi, I don't know what's with these Audi brakes, but I wasn't impressed with them. But the rest of the cars in good shape.
I mean, they're worn. They're massively worn.
The struts are good sucks. They're sacks. They're decent struts. We did go with the Bilsteins
for replacement.
And
that's a good choice.
There's 3 models. I mean, you can go with the 4, which is pretty much a little bit better in stock. The 6, which I think is a lot better, and then there's the 8, which are dialable and adjustable. And those are like the race performance struts that you put in there.
And you, of course, you
without
got
going
the
to
8s. You got the 8s.
No, this is my brother-in-law and my sister. I put the 6s in there.
Okay.
Unless you go to like a BC Racing coilover, but that's going overkill for it. But it'll give them a nice ride. Plus, it'll handle a little bit better when my brother-in-law drives.
No comments.
No comments. But yeah, it's a good setup. FCP Euros, great. I use them. I use ECS tuning for European cars, and Chopped App occasionally. Those are my 3 go-tos for parts for German cars, and they've got all kinds of kits. I mean, they had ECS. I had to ask for them to build me a kit for checkout, but to get the pricing comparison. But FCP, you go and look for the strut kit, and it had every bolt, fastener, bumper, cover, whatever you needed for the whole kit and job all in one. And with German cars, everything's
plenty of those.
Every bolt you use is a stretch bolt,
yes.
And it's one-time use. So you're replacing all the bolts.
Yeah. I'm coming to this conclusion, like in my personal car life, for a daily driver or for the car that requires like a frequent maintenance. I'm telling you, man, Subaru way. I mean,
till the engine blows up.
Well, I mean, like everything is easy and it's thought out for mechanics, and the replacement. Now I need to replace a serpentine belt on the car. It's almost 100,000 miles on it, right? I replace it with 1 wrench.
Well, that's pretty much any serpentine belt.
I pull the tensioner, take the belt off, put the new one off, release the tensioner. That's it. No covers to unbolt, nothing. Literally, I don't have to do anything.
That's
just 1 single wrench.
That's pretty much every car.
Yeah, but I can get to it. It's right there in the front of the car, in front of the radiator.
Okay.
It's easy.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So, I mean, like, now I get it why they call it the Subaru way. I mean, like, yeah, dude. I mean, come on.
All right.
Oh, well.
So anyway, we're having fun with our cars, even though they're our relatives' cars and stuff. You're enjoying driving the Beetle.
I love driving the Beetle, and people love when this Beetle is driven.
Yeah.
I'm getting, like, me and my wife, we're getting so many compliments. I mean, it's an old 20-year-old car, and it's just like, oh, I like your car. Well, thank you.
Oh,
hop in.
That reminds me, the Audi. I was just thinking about this. The McPherson struts on the Audi, they don't. The kit does not come with the coils, the springs. So you do have to move them over to the new struts in the front.
Good luck with that.
Well, you need to have the right McPherson strut tool. And
really specific.
I've tried.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried a couple of cheap ones off of eBay and stuff.
Okay, your head is still attached to a body.
Okay, so I bought the one with the foot pump, and it goes like this, and it's got a stand and all this. And I started pumping down on it, and as I was pumping down on it, I heard a ping, and I dove for cover. Scared the hell out of me. Turns out that the C arm or the clamp arm, one of the corner ends had a stress fracture in it and popped while it was doing. So it didn't lose the integrity or anything, but I released it and everything, got the hell out of there. But it was cheap metal.
Did you bought the alligator ones, to
No,
compress the spring like with the
no.
torque wrench?
So I got a torque wrench model. I looked on. I think it's a gear wrench. I have to double check or something like that. But it still uses the C clamp arms, but it's much better metal, and it's just a tube with the crank on the end of the tube. So you mount it on there, and you do it on the side on the ground, pointing away from you, and you use a socket wrench to do it. You do not use an electric wrench on these. That is a bad idea.
Yep.
The best ones to get are the ones that mount on the wall. Okay. And they're like $600 or $800, but those are the safest ones to use.
Okay.
Just be careful with these. These will take body parts off.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I've replaced the springs on the struts a couple of times. Not fun.
There is a way to put them back together in the car without using the clamps, which is kind of interesting. I've seen it on the instructions and a few other things, where you basically put a jack stand underneath it and you press it up.
Yeah.
And you put it kind of like loosely together, and then you compress it up, and then you put the top bolt in, and that might actually be a good way to do it because it's vertical and it's in the car and there's steel protecting it. But I still have to get it off, which is another issue.
Cool. Cool.
Anyway, so we got that to do.
What else is cooking?
That's it car wise right now. Watch wise, I put another batch of watches out.
All right. Yeah. So all of the watches, including the ones that you see on us, these are available for sale. F-bargarage on eBay. The link will be down below. Please go and visit.
Yep. And one of the things that I'm working on is I got these Computron or something calculator watches as part of the batches.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They're we'll show them to you later. They're still dirty and I need to clean them. And
there is an example for you. I always loved the calculator watch. I've never had one.
I've had like 4.
I've never had. Well, I shouldn't say I've never had one. I'll tell you a very quick story, okay? So I'm like in my 10, 11 years old, okay? And a buddy of mine, like much older, 25 years plus, we're walking down this alley by the foundry. I come from the town where we actually had the semiconductor foundry, and we would often go there to buy like out of spec parts and some cheap stuff for our projects. And we're walking, from that place down the alley, and right there we find a Casio calculator watch.
Wow.
Which is in the time, this is like late 80s, Soviet days, insanely expensive in the Soviet Union, and you cannot buy them. They just don't exist. You cannot go to the store and buy them. And we stand there and we just like, what do we do? We pick up the watch. It's a working watch, okay, and it's a long alley. It's maybe like half a mile long, okay. Trees, park, everything. And we just keep walking and we just keep talking about like, do we keep it? What do we do? And as we go, and discussing this, we went up and down the alley a couple of times. There is this other couple that is also walking down the alley, and we can see they're looking for something. So we stop by and we ask like, hey, maybe you lost a watch. And they just like, yeah, exactly. Okay, what kind of watch did you lose? It's calculator, the Japanese one. It's just like, okay, there you are. So never had a calculator watch. Only found one.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, it all adds up,
Mhm.
at the end. I'm a strong
Well,
believer
yeah,
that,
it certainly adds up.
it does. Yes.
Yes, it adds up.
Yes.
Anyway, so there were like 20 of these watches in broken various conditions, and I managed to salvage, I think, like 6 or 7,
Yeah.
together with different parts from all the watches and things
Yeah.
that are working. I still need to do a little cleaning. There's some of the push buttons need a little cleaning on some of them, and things. And the cases definitely need a cleaning, but they're working and functioning. And they'll be going up on the store at some point.
Awesome.
But we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not an expensive watch. I mean, you can pick up a Casio calculator watch on Amazon for $30 now
These days. Yeah.
these days.
These
And
days.
it's the retro classic
Yes.
one. You can get it with the metal case or the plastic case. And I actually have one upstairs that I picked up
Mm-hmm.
like about a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
just because I was like, I have to have this watch. It's got to be in my collection. And it's a fun little watch to have. I mean, I remember back in the day where I used to wear it at high school. It was like, cool.
Yeah. Good for math.
The
Good for passing the tests.
the teachers were like, they wouldn't let you have it.
They wouldn't.
But
Okay. Well,
I-
there is one more type of watch from the JDM, so Japanese market, like late 70s, early 80s. That would be really, really cool to obtain.
which is
Which is the early built-in TV into a wristwatch
oh god,
with the
You would-
pocket battery, okay, and receiver, okay, and a wire going up to the watch.
oh god.
Come on, TV, analog TV in a wristwatch from the early 80s, late 70s. Come on. Come on.
Honestly, you know what I want?
Yeah.
So I want one of the gold watches with the red LEDs.
Mm-hmm. I know
That had
exactly what you...
the gray the smoke bar with the red LEDs. You press the button and it pulled up the time.
It's
And that's all.
it's what is called the Terminator watch.
Well,
Yes.
not exactly, but yeah, it's definitely want to get one of those old retro watches. But
I know exactly the place where those have been produced. In the Soviet Union. One of the very first.
I think they emitted
models.
lots of radiation.
They also take 2 batteries, not just one,
Yeah.
on stacked on top of each other.
Well, and interestingly enough, I've got some watches in the repertoire that are coming up soon. I got to fix a watch band on one. It takes 2 batteries.
Yep.
And it's got digital LCD stuff, and it's got an analog.
Yep. Often.
And
Yep.
they're 2 separate movements in the watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
And it's not just a fashion watch. I think Citizen and Timex did that, and Miyota and a few others made movements that did stuff like that. It's kind of wild to see that sort of thing.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, so
there is one more thing before we wrap up. There is one more thing.
we didn't get to talk about cars.
I'm about to.
Okay.
HH wheels.
What about them?
The Porsche radio is in.
Oh.
So
well, hey, congratulations. Don't turn on the radio. I can't guarantee that he didn't do anything weird with it.
So to our viewers,
it may burn down your car.
To our viewers out there, there is a channel. Go check it out. HH Wheels.
They do some really cool
stuff.
builds,
and it's a long form content. It's not produced. It is a point of view live shoot type of thing. Very made to feel very like you're there. 40 to 50 minutes long videos. They release almost every week. And Caroline, the lead host on the channel, they just got married. Okay, so she
Her
had a
her and her
fiance.
fiance.
Yes, and
Um,
coming to the wedding, they have been working on this Porsche 356 replica that they wanted. They got it as a shell, as a rolling shell in a very bad condition, and they
I think
wanted
it
to
had an
have.
engine, didn't it?
And no, it had nothing. They had to put a
Okay.
brand new engine in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, and they wanted to have that car to be the centerpiece for their wedding. So they busted their asses off working on the car. So I watched them. I saw where this build was going, and I saw what they've done with the, like, they didn't have much time to do like electronics and the dials and everything. The basics is in, but they don't have the radio. And I was lucky enough to get the original Porsche Köln version of the 1963 Porsche 356 in a decent condition, ready for restoration. So this is going to be a lot of work. I'll at some point I'll put a video about it on my channel of all of that work. But my goal is to put it all together, sort it out, and ship it to them so that they can install it in their car. Better, we can go there when I'll be picking up my Zaz, and on the way back help install that radio into their Porsche. Huh? What do you say?
I say that's a great idea. One note though. One of these days we need to get the components together for the Corvette radio
Yes.
and explain what you're doing with that, because
Oh,
that's an
yes,
interesting
yes.
build as well. At, Dennis is the audio expert, and I let him do all the audio systems on my cars.
Well, thank you.
And my TV home theater setup. And he does a phenomenal job. The GTI, what we did in that little GTI as far as the radio goes is insane. And it's not just the loudness of it. I mean, he did tuning and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it just sounds.
It's a small setup.
You can play heavy metal, dubstep, or
classical,
or Pavarotti sitting there, and you're like, with Pavarotti, you're sitting here with the Ave Maria, and it sounds like you're in the recording studio with him in the car.
Well, thank
you.
you.
And then you could put like heavy metal on, like AC/DC, and the car is shaking like you can't believe.
It's a good balanced setup. I mean, like even with the head unit is not a high-end unit.
It's a cheap little $120 Android head unit.
We pulled everything that it had out of it. I mean, like we got all the performance out of it with the high quality components and the high quality speakers. And I don't remember how many speakers in total. 12 something.
I don't know. We replaced all of the.
Everything is replaced.
Interior speakers with Infinity speakers, and then we put.
Wiring is brand new.
We put two 10-inch kicker speakers
in the GTI
subwoofers in the back.
It's okay. I mean, it's balanced. It's not designed to deafen you. It's designed to produce a quality track, just like Danny described. So it's maybe at peak, maybe 2,500 watts, maybe 2.5 kilowatts in a GTI.
I mean, it's a two-door GTI. It's a small car.
Yeah.
If I put something with a lot of bass in, the rear view mirror shakes so much you can't see out of it.
Yeah. Well, for your Corvette build, we're gonna double it.
Oh God.
They're gonna be 4 to 5 kilowatts.
I'm gonna need hearing aids just to drive.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 or 5 kilowatts. I think it's gonna be decent setup for the Corvette.
Yeah.
I mean, I will not go overboard. I mean, I want you to experience, to have a good music experience in the car.
Well,
but we need that power because your Corvette is Targa, so the roof comes out. So we need that extra power. We really need that extra power.
Yes, we do. And we're going to have to design a whole audio box for the speakers in the back.
Everything is going to be bespoke, with exception of the head unit that should be, and I insist, period correct.
Oh, he's already got that. I mean, it's going to be like this ultra modern system, but the head unit's going to be period correct.
And you would
And
never
it doesn't.
know.
It,
And
wait,
you
it,
would
it
you
doesn't.
should never know
Does
what
it
is
have a
in the
tape deck or
car.
a CD?
It's a tape.
It's a tape deck.
It's a your car is 86.
You know what we should
It's a
get?
tape.
We should get a CD changer.
Sure. Oh, there is one in the trunk of the Beetle.
Yeah, we could grab that one. So no, but get like a CD changer and build it into the sound box so we can pop it in and out for the CDs.
We can do that. We can do that. I think that model of the radio that I got you supports external CD changer.
Yeah, it has an aux.
I think no, it's not just an aux. It should have the data link.
Well,
It should have like a snake cable type of thing connected to it. I'll double check.
all right.
We can do something with it.
And I'm gonna have to get a copy of 5150, which is
Okay, and then
the album I
for
love
the
to
front
listen
shield
to.
for the front shield, instead of the sunshades, you're gonna have the CD stacked up all the way at the top at the front at
No,
the top of the glass. You know what they say? Those CDs they reflect the police radars.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know.
I never got the Sunshield version of it. Whenever I bought it, it never worked well because I had a lot of CDs. So I always ended up with the billfold, library of CDs that I used to have stuck somewhere. But a CD changer, I'll pick like a set of CDs and just stick it in there because most of the stuff we're going to be playing is coming off of our
your high-end player.
High-end player.
Digital. Yep.
Digital FiOS high-end player.
Yep.
Or FiO. Which they just came out with a new one that's supposed to be affordable.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll get to it.
That and they came out with a CD player.
Fire?
Yeah.
With the CD player?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
So they got a CD player, they got a mini disc player, and they've got
the mini disc.
And
that is much more interesting.
And they've got a cassette player with their DAC amp upscaling and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, they're a company, FIO, F-I-F-O.
F-I-I-F-O.
F-I-I-F-O.
Philo. F-I-I-L-O.
L-O. Okay.
L-O.
Philo.
Yes.
They're a company you should really look into if you're into audio and things like that. And the one gripe I have with Apple Music, well, not so much Apple Music, but mostly with
streaming services.
Streaming services is when you download the stuff to play offline, it still wants to connect to the service to start playing. Yes. And so it doesn't play the downloaded stuff. I'm like, it's such a pain. And with these DAC amps, they've got storage on there. They can connect to the streaming services and stuff, but you can also store local copies of stuff, yes. Which is, if you're taking a long road trip and you're in areas where it's not playing, plus, you're using data.
Yep.
It's like, you might as well have something that's going to play the music for you.
Yep.
And, they're not the greatest with playlists and things like that, but they play your music and they upscale it really well. And I think they do a fantastic job. So one of these days we'll have to go over what we're doing with the stereo.
Absolutely. This is coming. The stereos are coming.
All right. And then it's the other thing that we need to talk about quickly before we go out is HR 11. I think it's 1117. Yeah. Bill. I was watching TK's garage and TK had an update on it. Apparently what they've done is they've now tied that bill to the budget bill.
So this is the emission stuff that all of us are waiting for to come through.
This is the big emission bill
yes.
that will get rid of all emissions, all smog checks on everything. And they've tied it to the budget bill, which means that if it doesn't pass and the budget bill doesn't pass, then the government shuts down, which the Democrats and the Republicans never want to do that. On top of that, apparently, rather than taking out some of the things that they wanted to get it passed, they've put it all back in. So all the stuff that they want to put in is in that bill.
Yeah.
It's got a good chance of passing. They're hoping to get this done before the second week of September for the budgeting. If that happens, we'll let you know. And then on top of that, the DMV in California has been raided by the feds for records and stuff because apparently they have been doing shady stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if this starts happening to other DMVs around the country.
Well, the Nevada DMV just got hacked, so all of the DMV offices are shut down and closed for a couple of days now. So something is happening with the DMVs. Definitely.
I mean, the point is that a lot of these DMVs, there's all these reports of whistleblowers saying that there's people out there that are selling DMV licenses
Yeah,
to people.
fraudulent licenses.
Well, they're legitimate licenses because but they're selling them to people that should not have licenses.
Yes, these who failed the test or who did not pass the test completely.
Yeah,
and all of that other stuff.
it's kind of like those places you go for smog checks. Hey, we won't talk about that. But on top of that, all of the DOT stuff across the country, they're looking to change the way that the states handle these semis as far as inspections and stuff. In California, the DOT doesn't do the inspections. They have the Highway Patrol do it, and the Highway Patrol has to follow the laws of the state and not the federal laws or something like that, which is really silly to me. In Nevada, the DOT has its own police.
Yes.
To do these things, but they still have issues with that. It's one of those issues where it's interstate. It's like having a pilot's license. I think that if the pilot's license is federal, then I think the trucking license should be federal, and that it should be controlled and monitored by a federal agency across all the states. Because it is interstate, and it is also should be uniform across the country
it's a similar thing with the inspections, with the not just licenses but the trucks inspections. Remember the Santa Monica fires in California earlier this year, this past winter?
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently all of the fire trucks could not go directly to help out the local fire departments. They had to go to Sacramento for the California inspection and get the approval to go and then drive all the way from Sacramento to LA. And that created massive delays.
Well,
and same thing on the way back. They cannot exit the state without going up there and doing that California thing.
But the truck stops and the trucking regulations and the load regulations should be uniform across the U.S.
Yes, because they're interstate.
They're interstate. It shouldn't be that one state has a different regulation than another state.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand some of the traffic laws, but at the same time, they need to make traffic laws more uniform across all the states as well.
Absolutely.
It's getting to that point where I don't want the Fed to step in, but at the same time, I want standardized traffic laws.
Yes.
Right turns on red, U-turn capability.
80 miles an hour speed limit on highways.
Well, certain highways. I don't think every highway deserves it. I mean, certainly Highway 17 here in it should not be more than 55. Santa Cruz Mountains should not be more than 55 at certain areas. It is definitely not one of those places.
Every other week I see some car on the roof.
It is not a highway to speed. It's one of the highways where they actually get additional budget for policing of this highway, and I do not begrudge them doing that.
But like interstates, like I-5, interstates 80 miles an hour. Come on.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
We have self-driving. We have all the nannies.
However, I don't know if I-5 is a good interstate to include there because it's California and the road conditions on I-5 are not great.
That's different.
That's a whole nother issue.
That's another big issue.
But if the feds are running it and the feds are funding it, these interstates, and they're funding the road construction and all that sort of stuff,
yeah,
let them police it. Let them have, uniform trucking standards across the country.
yeah,
Let them have uniform driving standards across the country.
yeah.
Let them have uniform road construction across the country.
All right. Oh well.
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to wrap up this week. Thank you so much for watching, and go and check out the F-bargarage retail store on
Like,
eBay.
share, subscribe,
and comment.
Yes,
YouTube changed the algorithm once more time. The more you comment, when you comment, the video is getting promoted more. So give us the good stuff, give us the bad stuff. We will read your critique, and we will see if we're gonna send you to our automated email. We don't care at nowhere.com.
Yeah, we really don't care about any comments that you make, other than the fact that you make them to help the algorithm.
Yes, please do.
And then when Steve's Gamers Nexus, which we'll link once it comes online,
Yes.
go and watch that video on the
on
chips,
the AI GPUs.
on the GPUs, the AI GPUs. Even if you don't
Yes.
understand the AI GPUs, we want to help his algorithm get kicked back up, because the drop that it takes for the 10 days or so that it's out is huge, and it's a giant revenue stream for him.
Yeah, first 3-4 days is critical, and he pays for this stuff, so for the production of it, and
try out the steel cups with the sippy cup.
Oh yeah, well,
for
no,
Dennis,
No, you're gonna have a headache tomorrow. Okay, from this vegan wine. All right, well, thank you so much, and we'll see you
next time
in the next one.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay! Another one in the books.
I don't know. You get used to it.
Do not crap out on the James's gin. It's a good gin.
Oh my God, he's gone delusional. I gotta stop him drinking this gin.